Now, with Accra's population steadily increasing and a forecast set to over 7.5 million by 2050, the city faces significant challenges, including traffic congestion, slum expansion, waste management difficulties, and overcrowding. These issues demand urgent attention. Ejubi Uyafia Kentin of ChannelOne Newsroom has been monitoring these critical trends and presents this report.
Is Accra, Ghana's capital and one of its most urbanized cities. One thing is certain, Accra is evolving. From the bustling streets and diverse people, the city is set to be one of the biggest in Africa in the coming years. Now, a key factor of this evolving city is its population. According to the Ghana Statistical Service, Accra's population stood at 5,455,692 people in 2021. Projections indicate that the city will surpass 7.5 million by 2050. However, population pressure is expected to intensify by 2030, putting further strain on Accra's already limited land area. The effects of this population surge are already visible: traffic congestion, expanding slums, waste management issues, and overcrowded business districts. It's 7 a.m. in Accra, and people who are already going to work have to deal with intense traffic congestion.
Personally, I don't like when I sit in car for long or for too many hours. So if I'm in traffic, I really get worried. And looking at my place coming from Sotio to Accra here, sometimes when you get to Odok or they're coming to Kaneshi, sometimes the traffic can become so massive. Looking at the distance, it's not that far, but because of traffic, sometimes you have to wake up early so that you can escape the traffic and come to work early.
I recently moved to Teshi. Initially, I was at Odumase. It's in between Ablekuma and Pokiase, and the traffic situation was crazy. I mean, I mostly got to this place very late. Sometimes I would have to get down from the car and pick a motorbike just to get to class early. I mean, I've had bends on my legs and all that, so the congestion is serious. So I had to move to Teshi to get a bit closer to campus, and even with that, it's still not an easy thing.
I'm currently here at the Central Business District in Accra, and the sights and scenes you see here behind me is typically what you see on every business day. Busy people walking around and going to work, diverse business activities also going on in the background, and as you can see, the place is really busy. You see that some of the market women and the traders have come outside of the designated market areas and business areas along the streets to do their activities, and we're going to interact with them and really know why they are here. And him say marketplace or what I say e was a moton and yoma ewo, but sisiano market for no money na ma kwan ho ye more reason den tia money na ma be dos wan hasa
no krepa na me say Ghana de sisia Ghana eto obia ba Ghana ye dosu ti market na nyina ntimi nko.
There's no legal backing say yenton ade o street ni so, but lack of employment in it, you know, boys super say you did it maybe we school but omunya adwuma nti boys be person odidi nti say government no betumi aye bibi like expansion of the market enyefe say yeton ade okwan ho wacha say and it's illegal so beton ade okwan ho. I mean enyefe hwe road ni yeton ade o man ka government be implement some laws bi na why market expansion na we move omo ekwan ho nyina for baby fa ko. I mean that would be better. Say anything can happen, but I say car to make a brick or bar or ubi or crown or ton idea, it can kill the person.
So earlier we looked at traffic congestion and the overcrowding at the Central Business District here in Accra. We're currently here at Odona, also in translation called Odo River, and we're going to look at two issues. The first is the issue of sanitation, and as you can see clearly in sight is the river and the filth that is being accumulated in this particular river. Along the banks of the river is filth filth everywhere. The smell also here is very, very disgusting, and that is what people who reside along the banks of this river have to deal with. Why do people really stay here? It's also an issue of overpopulation and inadequate housing systems to really accommodate the people who have come to the capital for greener pastures. Due to the deficit in housing, they also have to create wooden structures, also known as kiosks, to accommodate them in one way or another. We're going to go into the slum proper and interact with the people who stay there and really get to know why they decided to settle for this place.
Edumenti ene ifia sitina eno ko ha dan bo no enye easy so be ha dan 1 year na otamaso fiera betu this scan no yehwa yentimi intina me fi hon ma betina.
But how do you manage staying here like this?
Oh, eno bomu de ni aka na no kure, but unse ya tena asa ena nso no so starting the season ni start ya yenim yeti ha se so na yire ba ni nyina ye ni ba biti.
Speaking to Channel One News, senior lecturer at the University of Ghana's Department of Geography and Resource Development, Dr. Ebenezer Mankwa, emphasized the need to develop systems capable of addressing the challenges associated with Ghana's growing population.
Flooding, the slum issues we are talking about, they are just symptoms of unplanned urbanization. And to be able to deal with these symptoms, we need to now check how we are urbanizing. When we tend to have almost all the big services and centers and government functions in the capital city, that is what we are going to face. People will keep coming to the cities, people will keep coming to the urban areas, and we are going to suffer from these annual issues of floods and then issues of traffic, which also increases by the day because people finish school, they get jobs, and the next thing is to get a car. And yet we've not developed the transport system, the infrastructure to be able to accommodate all these new additions.
He suggests decentralizing key activity hubs to reduce the influx of people into the city.
We have a situation where a lot of things are concentrated within the central business district, and that is a characteristic of what the monocentric nature of the urban spatial structure. Everything is concentrated. So every morning we are all moving one direction, every evening we are moving the opposite direction. So if you want to decongest the city, of course, one solution could be to decentralize a lot of the activity points that attract the population to the center of the city. And once we do that, we are going to have a multiple nuclei urban spatial structure where different nucleus will be attracting the population because of what? Either the administrative functions, where government deconcentrates the administrative functions from the city center to other areas. So some populations will be going there. Commercial activities can also be deconcentrated to other areas, and they'll all be attracting the population. So that in the morning, we all don't rush to the center of the city, but to the other activity points, whether it's commercial, whether it's retail.
Without immediate intervention, the challenges that emerge from Accra's increasing population could further escalate and threaten the livelihood and development of the city. Reporting for Channel One News, I am Ejubi Wiafe Akente.